Welcome back to another episode of Will at Home. Because we're in the new normal and things are slightly different, I'm going to open up a restaurant online, and my restaurant is going to be in Hong Kong. So I'm going to create all these recipes and put them into the restaurant in Hong Kong. One of the dishes that we're going to do is going to have a noodle and soup section. So one of my favorite things when I'm in Hong Kong and also in Chinatown in Southeast Asia, whether it's Bangkok, Singapore, is dry roasted pork noodles. So what I've done is I've done a little bit of a cheat at home. I've bought some Char Siu marinade and marinated my pork and then just roasted it in the oven. I've used pork belly, but you could also use pork neck as well. Then I've got some fresh mustard leaves, I've got choy, some coriander, we've got some seasoning, which is basically soya, Maggi, chicken powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and a bit of white pepper. Then we've got a little bit of extra white pepper. Then we've got some peanuts, we've got some pickled mustard greens just here. Some fried garlic, fried shallots, and some green shallots. Then our seasoning is going to be a little bit of sriracha on the side, a little bit of chili powder, our egg noodles, chili vinegar, and there we have it. That's it. So let's get onto the stove and start preparing the noodles. So we have the noodles here. The water's boiling, so I'm just going to pop them in here. I also have some fresh cold water on the side because I like to blanch the noodles a couple of times, so it just has a better texture, and you wash off the flour in there as well. So we're also going to then add in our choy sum and have that there. Okay, so I got couple of minutes there. And then I'm going to rinse it off in here, bit of a rinse, and then back in again. I'm going to add in my choy sum. Right in there. I like to leave the leaves still nice and green, so don't cook the leaves for too long, they can come out. Put that to one side, and then these stalks can take a little bit longer, which is okay. Okay, now you can see they're starting to become a bit more translucent, or just straighten that off. There you go. Okay, and then we're just going to pop it into a bowl here. I'm going to put in my seasonings. There we go. Mix that all in, got a bit of a stir. Colors our noodles, a bit of fried garlic, a little bit of shallot, and I'm going to throw in some of my peanuts in there as well. We'll still have some for later. And then we can now assemble our noodle salad. So we get the noodles. I'm just going to bite down almost so it's like a spaghetti eddy onto here. Put the noodles there, like that. A few more, there we go. Now we get the roast pork. So, 1, 2. You can see that little crunch and caramel from the caramel and the sugar on top of the skin of the pork. It's come out absolutely perfect. Now I'm just gonna get my choy sum, lay that on here. There we go. That onto there. We get our noodles on top of that. You can just see a little bit of it. Then we've got our Char Siu, pork on top. I'm gonna put some fresh leaves on here, and just, these are the mustard leaves, fresh ones, texture on there. And just sprinkle those around. Then we've got a little bit of we have our coriander on here, a bit of a green shallots around the edge here. And then I'm also just gonna put a little bit of mustard green and chili on there. Keep on rebuilding it and taking it off, but here we go. I'm just gonna put that in just because these are all new dishes. So when I create things, I often change things. Okay. Here we have our wonderful hot broth stock. Just pour into here. And I've just put a little bit of coriander root in there. There we go. And then I'm just gonna put some more crushed peanuts on top. A bit more fried garlic. On the side of that, chili vinegar, dry red chili, and some sriracha sauce. So here we have our dry egg noodle soup with a little bit of chicken broth and our seasonings.